Hello, listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Pitstop Fracas. I am here to talk about the explosive news of Liam Lawson swapping seats with none other than Yuki Tsunoda. Yes, that's right, people. Liam Lawson, after just two races, is going back down to racing bulls, and Yuki Tsunoda is finally getting his longer way to promotion to Red Bull Racing. Now, here today to talk about today's news is none other, with me is none other than Ranch. Ranch, how you doing today, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. Got my banana ready to exfoliate the skin in the morning. Morning routines and that. It's a good day. My stock is up, down. My stock's gone up. Like we're up to 20,000 this week, bro. We're up 20,000, bro.
Right, so you asked for 10k and you actually got 20k, yeah?
Yeah, we're up to. It's gone up, bro. You haven't kept up, bro. He said up to two. The next one was to 20,000. I'm not on the Mr. Beast thing where it's like 10 billion. Like that's a step too far, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
I said we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry. Don't worry. Right. Okay. Cool. Right. Let's get into the main talking points. As that is none other than Liam Lawson being rather ruthlessly kicked out of Red Bull Racing and sent back down to Racing Bulls v Car, whatever they are, after just two races, with Yuki Tsunoda taking his place. So let's get into nitty-gritty. Chris, as someone who doesn't have stock in either driver, neither do I, to be honest with you, what is your non-biased thoughts on the swap? You know, is it too harsh? Is it the right decision? You know, would you have even put Yuki in the seat? Would you have actually put maybe Hadjo in the seat? Would you have gone left field and maybe, don't know, bring Checo back or bring Danny Ricciardo back or something like that? You know, what do you think about the move, and what would you have done instead if you was Christian Horner?
What I would have done is, well, obviously we're not privy to the data, but from the outside looking in, I probably would have done the same thing that Horner's done, where they bet on Lawson because they viewed him having a higher upside than Yuki, because they was like, you're at a similar level to Yuki, but you have way less experience, and the way you talk and maybe drive might be more aligned to Max's style than Yuki. So on paper, it made sense to put him in the car and like give him a chance. Like no one was asking him to be better than Perez right away. We are just asking, for him to kind of get in there and get on with things. Kind of be where Kimi Antonelli is. But instead, he's lost. He's qualified P20 in 2 sessions and P like 19 in Australia. So it's like, it's a level of performance that's not good enough. In no session has he ever looked fast. Not practice, not quality. He's never looked fast. So you just got to cut your losses where it is, isn't it? I remember in 2009 when Massa got injured, Ferrari had hired Luca Badoa. They saw he was whack. So they just said, it was a good attempt. Thank you. But it's on to the next one now. And that's what, Red Bull have done. Like, this is Formula 1. This is elite sport. It's serious business. There's no time to be wasting and hanging out with friends. If you're not good enough, if you're not showing any sort of result, any sort of sign that you're going to get a result, go.
Yeah, I hear you, yeah, but I just feel like 2 races, though, is just a mad thing. We've seen Checo get an extra season, if you will, when he shouldn't have done. We've seen Albon get 18 months. We've seen Gazzy get 12 races. Like, why is it? Because, he got plucked into different categories over the years, like DTM, like Super Formula and stuff like that. And he did relatively well and stuff like that. And F2, he was all right. He wasn't really like, shouting the house down and stuff like that. But he was okay, to be fair. And in VCAR, he did it all right. Well, in his first spell in 2023, he was all right. 2024, he wasn't as least compared to Yuki that good, to be honest with you. So, but at the same time, it's like, okay, he's only had 11 starts, but binning him off after 2 races just seems a bit of a mad thing. I don't know. It just seems too harsh for me. I just would have gave him at least another I don't know, at least until the new TD, so another 6 races, basically, till Spain. And then I would have been like, okay, if you're still doing the same thing, cool, we'll swap him out for Yuki. Because now it's just like, okay, what how many races are you going to get if he is only slightly better? If he qualifies P16 and then finishes like P12 or something like that for the, let's say, the next 2-3 races, are they going to re-swap them? And is Tadra going to come into the fold? Like, what? So what's going to happen then? Because there's 22 races left of the season. There's a lot of races left. You might have to accept you're probably not going to find the right person for that second seat for this season. So to bin him off after 2 races, it just leaves things extremely awkward moving forward. Because it might even be the case we might even seeing Arvid Lindblad this year on the grid because of the amount of rejigging that might happen. I know that'll make you happy, but is that what's best for Arvid Lindblad? See what I said you? I'll probably say maybe not. But you watch him more than me. So you'll be able to tell me better than I would know if he will be ready for an F1 step up out of the blue, to be honest with you.
It'll be a bit higgy because he hasn't done enough testing in machinery yet. So I know this year Red Bull are getting him his TPC miles. They're getting him his TPC miles in both racing bulls or cash up racing bull cars and Red Bull cars. But I think they just made the call because they just said there's nothing good going on here. Like sometimes you have to call a spade and just go, this didn't work. And you got to make the call and be like, look, this ain't working. He's lost. He's losing confidence. Get him out of here. And like Yuki, it was close between the two of them to get the seat. So you had to kind of perform or give them something. And I think when people look at the times others have spent, with Gasly got demoted because he beefed Newey. So they just told him, go away. Like, let's call it what it is. He didn't vibe with the Red Bull guys. That's why they never even considered bringing him back. Because there was no vibe. It didn't vibe well. It didn't work out well. Albon got demoted because he lost confidence. And like Perez was there. If Perez wasn't there because Vettel just decided after Ferrari stint to retire and Perez stayed at Racing Point, Albon would probably still be in the seat for next year. He would have gotten 2021. So it was just more like opportunity cost. So it's one of those ones where them guys left because of like circumstances. And then Perez, it just became untenable. In 2021, they got the championship. They got the drive championship. 22 and 23, they got construction championship. Last year, they realized they didn't get construction championship, and it was Perez's focus. For someone won the drive championship, Perez was behind the entire top group. So they needed him to be. They needed someone better. And right now, Lawson is not better. He doesn't have a point, and he's not being close to getting a point. And I think it's a case of get it done, get him out. You know, it was a nice attempt. You know, let's be honest. Even us, man, at Pitstop Fracas, the only person who had stock was Kwame. Like, we have a lot of man watching. A lot of men are watching F2, F3, and if only one man has stock or one man showed real interest, it's not looking good, bruv. That's not. He's not a top talent. He's a potential good driver. That's like he's a Kevin. I don't want to say Kevin Magnussen. Kevin Magnussen? Is that his comp?
No, because he's not crushy though, and he's not on.
No, Cotton. He is, bruv. He is, man. I saw him in China. I saw him in China, bro. He was on force in that car. He was on fighting, bro. That's why Perez got angry at him. Alonso got angry at him. I was like, he's on fighting.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like, good driver, nothing special. And obviously, look, we have to be honest. If you're driving for a top 4 team, you have to be special. You have to be special. Not him. I don't view Yuki as special. I don't think he's gonna survive too long. I don't think Yuki's special. So it's up to it's up to the guys below. It's up to Hadra to prove he's special, or Limla to show that he's special. It's them guys, but they're not gonna rush the man in there because Red Bull. I've seen that when Hadra was in that Red Bull last year and in the practice sessions, it did not go well. So just gotta give it time. We'll see what go on, but yeah, I don't think it's too soon.
Damn, that's a damn indictment, man. I can't lie. But I mean, for me, it's like the reason why they promoted Liam in the first place is because they've seen something in the data to say, oh yeah, we think he's the guy. Because obviously he got comprehensively beaten last year by Yuki. He did, over qualifying over the head-to-heads and the races. So they've seen something that we're not aware of that made them say, you know what, even though he's only had 11 Grand Prix starts, we'll give him the call up. So for you to obviously be surprised by what he's done in the last 2 races, to be like, oh, we're going to bin him off, it is still a surprise when you've actually been a lot more patient with other drivers that maybe could have been binned off a lot earlier. So that's why I'm a bit like, okay, maybe there's truth to this. Honda is backing Yuki to get promoted, sort of thing. Maybe there is a bit of truth in that, because it just seems it puts more pressure on Yuki now, because okay, it's a free hit for him because he's only got his contract ends at the end of the season and he's got 20 races to do something. Well, if he doesn't do something, then what, he's going to get sent back down to racing balls? Then what, Hajar's going to get rushed into the bit rebel seats? You know what I mean? It just becomes like a constant thing where it's just like you kind of set a precedent now where it's like if you don't perform within a few races, you're getting binned off. But brother, the season's 24 races long. It's not like 2-3 races long, brother. Like, come on.
No, but I think it's a thing of show that you're fast. If you show in a practice session or qualifying or in a race that you're fast, cool. These men have done a million setups on Lawson's car. It's just nothing's happened. Nothing's worked. And it just said, it ain't working. You know, it is what it is, man. Sometimes, you know, if you meet a fine lady and you just sit and go, this ain't it, dog. Like, nothing wrong with you. Just that this ain't it. Just call it a quit. Respect each other's time. Move on. And I think that's what Red Bull have done. They've respected his time. Try something new. You know, everyone's been over dramatic, but if you've just been slow, you've been slow. Just like call it a quits. You know, not even a cheeky Q2. Like just straight Q1, SQ1, Q1 exits.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, look, we'll have to see what happens with Yuki now. Because the thing is now, let's talk about Yuki instead of Red Bull seat now. You know, do we expect him to do better than Liam Lawson? And if he doesn't, how long do you think he's going to last?
I expect him to do better than Lawson because the bar is on the gutter, is in the floor. It's not gone up.
So
like, the bar has not gone up. It's in hell.
It is.
Do I expect what happens if he doesn't do better? Not much. I think they'll probably keep him for a couple of races. Maybe swap back.
Swap back is crazy, bro. That is crazy. Because then doesn't that just prove that Red Bull is difficult to handle? Because if Max is saying that, then fucking hell. God knows how much Liam is truly struggling then. If Max is saying this is all handleable, he's still getting points in the ball. Because you know, Max, he is a bit adaptable, to be fair. And he's obviously been the number one candidate at being able to handle this type of Red Bull car throughout the years. But if he's saying he's low-key struggling now, then how are these other men gonna adapt, if you will?
I'm gonna be real. All of these good cars are somewhat tricky to drive. They're all divas. Like the McLaren's hard to drive. You know, It's right. It's a part of the consequence of being a top car. That's why top drivers handle difficult cars. It is what it is. That's how Ferrari. It's the same thing with Michael Schumacher. It's just, you know, it's you need top drivers to handle these top cars. If you're not a top driver, you gotta get out of the way for the next man up. This is Formula One. This is elite sport. There's millions at stake, bro. Man are selling books because their bonuses are not feeding their families. So we have to look. We have to lock in, bro.
Hey man, sometimes you need to get a little Waterstone single, bro. You guys sometimes. Sometimes you need to get a little Waterstones, man. But yeah. Okay, so right. I don't even know what's that now. So where do you see Red Bull? How do you see Red Bull handling this throughout the season then? So let's just say, I don't know. Let's just say Yuki does relatively well. He gets, I don't know, he gets a couple point scoring finishes and whatnot, so on and so forth, up until the summer break. Do you expect them to is the way for Yuki to do well enough to basically get rewarded a new contract, or do you think he's gonna go out no matter what? Because as I said, his contract's up. So you know, it's the likelihood he's probably not going to be in a good next season unless he does a madness in this Red Bull. Do you think there's any way he could? Because at the end of the day, Red Bull's been forced into kind of promoting Yuki now. So how impressed do you think they need to be in order for Yuki to get a new contract? Or do you think because Honda's leaving, it's a case of you're just a placeholder for the season no matter what? Unless he somehow wins the title, but likely so.
I see him. I can see him staying if he's at a good level. If he's at a good level, he stays. And the real battle is between Hajar and Lawson. So if he's at an acceptable level where it's like, okay, we confirm this. It's like, you know, if at the end he's better than what Perez was performing, they'd be like, we confirm this for one more year, and we can bring in the likes of Lindblad at in Racing Bulls, and it'll be between Lawson and Hajar. So now Lawson the pressure's on, the lights are on. Like, you have to smoke Hajar. It's not even a thing of no, you have to smoke, man. Because if you don't smoke, man, Hajar's gonna remain. Limba's going up. You, my friend, go look at IndyCar or WEC or whatever. Like, you're not gonna be racing in the Red Bull family anymore. Like, you need to call your agent now and be like, yo, what are the other teams saying? I know my stock is low, but let them know I'm looking, I'm around. Because
Chip Ganassi.
Bro, he needs to be on the phone. He needs to be on the phone, calling these man and smoking Hajar. There's no ifs, buts, or whatever. But yeah. Because I think Red Bull is like they're literally waiting for one of Lindblad or Hajar just to basically go in that seat. But obviously they're gonna take a bit more time with them because they realize that just dashing these men in these cars isn't working. It's not working. There's a fundamental problem and it's not working.
It's not. It's actually not. So I mean, yeah. So let's talk about VCARB then. So do you think, I don't know, do you think it's possible Lindblad might actually be called up last minute, or do you think Red Bull might go left field, as I was saying before? Do you think it's possible Danny Hustle might come back? Or do you think you maybe just need to bring one of the old guard back, as in like who's currently on the grid, a Sainz or an Albon, who were both ironically back at Williams? Well, they'll be probably more for the Red Bull seat, but you know. But yeah, do you think they need to maybe do that as a succession plan sort of thing for 26 and beyond, or maybe even speed the process up for this year, even though we got
Danny Rick's retired. He's accepted his limitations. He's gone. I don't think they're
Shrimp
gonna
the
call.
Barbie.
Mhm. I don't think they're calling. I don't think they're calling anyone back. I think it's a case of they've made the decision. Unless you're a top driver, like Jordan Cummins says, like you have to get, if you're gonna get a driver, it has to be a George Russell. That it has to be a George Russell. Otherwise, in V Cup, Limba's seat to lose. As long as he cooks in F2, which Australia's was weird, but it makes sense why it was weird. But like his engine was cutting out when he was setting a pole position lap. What a joke of a series, man.
Mech Kobe now. Fuck, you know.
Yeah, but like unless you're getting him, there's no one else. It's a thing of the path is very straightforward over there. They know what's going on. They know what it is. It's just that Lawson fell short of expectation. Just slap Yuki in the car. Like, why wait? So yeah, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. But hey, man. No, let's pivot some more on Red Bull's Academy, man. Because as far as I'm aware from the outside looking in, the Academy's looking a bit Can you confirm that? Because I can't lie, I've kind of stopped watching F2 this year. I really can't be bothered. And F3, I don't bother because that's too close to Freck 11 car. And then I'll just feel like, yeah, I feel like a weirdo. So I know you're one of the avid Frecker level F4, F3, F2 sort of watcher.
No. I don't. I just keep up with results sometimes. You know, when the Formula Feeder pages just show up and be like, I see names at the top. I'm like, okay, I'll keep note of that. And like, I'm always there rooting for the next black person because I see some Angolan kid in F4. Yeah, I'm like, fair enough. In Spanish, I'm like, fair enough. I'm like, okay, I'll keep my eye out, bro. Like, the stock is there just because you're black. I don't know if you're good. It's just there because you're black. That's the Mission 44 dividends right there, bro.
Like that. No, go on. Sorry, I was gonna say not like that Josh kid that came in F2 last year.
That is it. Josh or Jennifer Mace? Oh my god.
Yeah, just Joshua Mason. So yeah, that guy was racing that. Oh, brother. You know where you could tell a man skipped F3. Yeah, he's like, oh, okay. I was like, so yeah, listen, we support our black brothers, but
hey man, sometimes you got a black mediocrity. Yeah. So you know, not everyday black excellence. Sometimes black mediocrity. You know, but anyway, Red Bull, everything's on Lindblad. I think like they have other guys like that Girthy kid and I don't even know who's investing in Red Bull's Academy. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. You see F2
Pepe Marti. Okay, he's another one.
Pepe Marti. Actually, you know what? He took a picture of me, so he's all right. You know, I allow him. Yeah. He was there, but he's Fernando Alonso's disciple. So I'm a bit like
another one. Fuck, you know, no one Alonso doesn't want to have kids. He's adopted and said, "Fuck you know."
Yeah, no, I think like they're okay, but like Lindblad is like the star, and then the rest of them is like whatever. But we move on to the next man. You know, yeah, man, the quick 2-man step. You know, see, but Mini's Alpine. He's Kwame's son.
Hey, okay. So I'm looking at the Red Bull Junior team, yeah. So I'll read out any of the names. Let's see if you know them, yeah. So in F2 is a Gofi, however you say his name.
Gofi, yeah.
Yeah. Lindblad and Marty. F3 is a Tranmits.
Yeah.
And then that's the Solov.
That's the guy with the TikTok dance, bro.
You got TikTok dance?
Have you not seen him do the TikTok dance?
No, when did the guy who clattered my man last year in like Australia or something?
I think it was him as well.
No, there was someone who tried to ram someone off the road. I swear
I think that was him. Yeah, that might have been him. Yeah,
that's.
But he was because he's known for doing a dumb dance. Like he was doing that TikTok dance, and they just clowned him for it.
I'm not hip. Nah, I need all right. So I'm not heavy on TikTok. I'll be honest with you, bro.
And I'm not. I have an account just because people send me TikToks, not because I'm on TikTok. I just saw it on the timeline.
Oh, fair. Right, let me read out the dons. You're the Cup 3. There's no way you'll know any of these ones, so I'm not even gonna bother.
No, you never know.
Oh, okay. Jules Caranta.
Nah.
French guy. Oh, he's French. Ah, you must know.
Nah.
No? Okay. Ernesto Rivera, a Mexican guy. No.
I might be cooked, you know.
Okay, there's a Thai. Okay, there's a Thai guy. Tiger, that sounds so weird to say out loud. Called Enzo, but he was born in Spain. I can't say his second name. Ton Vani Cool. I botched that.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah, we're done, bro. I'm washed, bro. It's Jover, man. It's Jover, man.
Wait, hang on. Spanish chef for Christopher L. Fagali. And Nicholas Schofler.
I read their names today, but I didn't take any interest, bro. I saw one guy with an Angolan flag. I said, yeah, and I was like, let me check his Instagram to check the color, because obviously after Zay Maloney, I said I gotta check the colors, before I properly. Cause I remember I just sat at home, and the Freck race was on, yes. I just slapped it on. I see a Barbados guy from Barbados. Wait, I'm thinking, oh, bro, give a Barbados made it to Freck, yeah. I see him hop out the car. I see the car. I'm like, oh, right.
He's like, huh?
It was like when we watched the Mercedes Academy reveal, yeah. Yes. And then it was like Alex Powell, cousin of Mustafa Powell. Like, oh yeah. I see the kid. I'm like, huh?
You're like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. I remember watching that same one. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. He's from the island, yeah. Okay, salute.
Bro, I definitely slapped something in the group chat going, what?
Oh my god! Hey, look at gentrification, man. It's going right,
bro.
Gentrification is getting rife.
I should have known his name is Zayn. There's no black people called Zayn. Is there black people called Zayn?
Only Zayn I know is Zayn Malik, but obviously he's not black.
Yeah, see.
Fellow. Yeah, I don't really. No, where did a Zayn on MTV or something? Like a presenter? No. Yo, this is crazy. No, thinking of black people called Zayn. But as we talking about Red Bull, we're thinking, okay, who's black and called Zayn? I swear it was. Yo, this is nuts, man. This is absolutely nuts.
Streets are saying George and Verstappen swap. Hey, all I'm saying is, yeah, that if that swap if that swap happens, yeah, it's gonna be a very, very, very funny day.
The meltdown on Twitter will be insane, brother. Insane. I'm telling you, so many reasons.
One of the 104 George Russell fans is going to rush Toto Wolff. And yes, the number keeps on increasing. Slowly, but it's increasing. We're over 100 now.
Oh man. Actually, I've got one more name for you. British F4. Fionn McLaughlin. Irish fella. No! Damn, he's even skimping on the Brits. Yeah, you've gone woke, man.
I'm not going woke. I've gone. It's probably the other way around. If I was woke, I'd be locked in watching in my house, watching this stuff. It's just the other way around.
Oh, these comments are killing me, man. Fuck you.
No, to be fair. I remember I had there's someone, a restaurant owner. He's from Barbados and does the Caucasian variety. I'm not gonna lie, they can cook though. Like, shout out them, they can cook. I was like, rah. Bro, there was spice in the food. I was like, yes.
It's not real like island boy.
It's not like say super top tier, but it was like it wasn't hopeless, and that's all I could have asked for.
There wasn't just a bit of salt and I don't know nonsense, hope and salt. I don't know. There was a bit of that, yeah. There was actual seasoning to it.
There's actual seasoning to it.
Yeah, it was actually a bit of a kick, not just a tap. Got you. Yeah, no, got you. Is there anything else we need to divulge?
No. Shout out Yuki getting to ride in a Red Bull at home. Congratulations.
Lovely bit of PR.
Yeah, man. I don't think there's anything else.
Yeah, I probably should have written the agenda down, but I don't think we need to.
Actually, no. Oh, no. Kwame. The bailiffs are on the way. We have set out bounty for you. Like,
you're finished.
You're finished, bruv. The poster will be coming out soon. Actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to post a poster or not, but we'll sort out the logistics. That's a Pitstop Fracas HR issue.
Yeah, it needs to discuss that with HR, bro. I'll be honest with you. We discuss that with HR. Alright, cool. Let's predict where will Yuki and Liam finish for Japan. Yeah. Let's predict.
Yuki P10 and Liam P15.
Bro. You know what, yeah? I'm gonna say Yuki P12. I'll say Liam P11. Because I think Yuki's going to be slightly better than that Red Bull, but not enough to impress Red Bull themselves. And I do think that V-Carb is probably easier to drive, to be fair. So I think Liam might be quite close to Hajar. But I think because racing balls don't know how to execute a strategy, they'll probably bottle points a lot. And Liam's going to have a lot of angry videos. So it'll probably be the case of like Liam's running like P7 and they'll decide something, a stupid strategy, and then he ends up dropping to like P11, P12, P13 or something. So yeah, that's my prediction. My prediction, yeah, Liam will beat Yuki a few times, but not that many. Yeah. I think that'll be the V Unchester one, actually, yeah. To be fair, to be in different cars. Because then we'll measure up, okay, how easy is that V-Carb to drive compared to the Red Bull? And how difficult is that Red Bull to drive compared to the V-Carb?
Yeah. And one thing I gotta say is obviously when people say it's FP1, 2, 3 enough for you to get grips with the car, though, I will say this: we literally last year watched Ollie Behrman do FP3 quali and then finishing up points in the race in Saudi Arabia. If you're that guy, you're going to get points. If you're that guy, if you believe in your boy, you got to believe that he's going to get points. It's a Red Bull. It's not that bad. I refuse to believe the car is that bad. Verstappen's fighting for podiums. You can't be like...
You can't compare these ones to Max, though. You know, Max is a different level.
He's not breaking the laws of physics.
I'm not saying he's overperformed the car. Because I hate that rhetoric as well. He's overperforming. Oh my god, look at him. He's putting the P9 wavy car P4. I'm not saying that because I hate. That's one of many rhetorics I hate on the internet. Oh, he's overperformed the car because that's not possible. Yeah. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he can just get a lot more out of a car compared to these other men who are his teammates. That's all I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's not a P20 car. Liam is having a howler. But I don't expect Yuki to be next to Max either on any metrics in terms of quality and races. So yeah, that's my theory, innit? Do you know what I mean?
With Hydra out qualifying goes without saying that he's going to be probably P78, and it's not Ferrari prop Kwame. It's if you're that guy, you're gonna do good thing. It's like doing in, was it AD? He didn't disgrace himself. He wasn't last. He showed some good speed. So yeah. I didn't forget George in Mercedes in Sakir. I just left that one aside because PTSD, man. That team will crumble. Apart from people we like in there, that team will crumble.
I know you're talking about, but yeah. Yeah. Man, I'm gonna learn to become mentalist. I'm gonna read your mind, bro. Not magician and mentalist, bro. I'm gonna read your mind, bro. I can read your mind, bro. Don't worry.
Anyway,
swiftly moving on. Right. Listeners, watchers, whatever you want to call yourselves. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions?
Yeah, last minute questions.
Any questions?
I've got to make the rich richer tomorrow, so we got to wrap up at some point.
Yeah. I know. Any questions? Because it's been a bit short, hasn't it? But yeah, man. Fucking it's not sprint weekend, is it? It's normal weekend in Japan, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a normal weekend in Japan. 5 a.m. race start. What a howler, man.
You know what? Because this will be the last day anyone's year. I can't wait. Actually, 6 a.m. start, to be honest with you. Yeah, 6 a.m. start. So... No.
Yeah.
Okay, I've just looked at my F1 calendar, yeah.
Is this in 6?
Yeah.
Let me go on the app. Worse.
Let me go on the app, yeah. So I'm not going. No, I'm not moving mad. Yeah, 6 a.m. start. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. 7 a.m. quali. 6 a.m. restart. Yeah.
That's even worse.
Brother, you're in the club till 6 a.m. anyway, bro.
No,
stop this nonsense, man.
It ends at 4, bro. I'm cooked.
Oh, man, go to a I don't know what they have in London, like in Liverpool because St. Cubs that open till 6 and they're like,
I'm not going to Sunset Bar, yeah. That is like that is when you're finished.
Oh man, okay. Cadillac driver predictions. Okay, cool. I will say Checo. I don't want to say Haiti, I want to say someone else. But I don't know who though. Ooh. I don't know the politics behind this. I want to say Checo and Alex Pillow. But I don't know if that's techie because he's
I don't. Honestly, I will buy a cowboy hat and enter the pod using the JBL theme. If Checo I don't want him back, bro. It's done. That generation needs to just you have a family, raise them, man. Do something else, man.
No. Well, to be fair, that emoji guy, he basically said Checo's got the seats in it. So it'd either be him or if they're looking for an experienced guy, it'd either be him or Bottas. So you gotta think Mexican market, Mexico's right, Mexico, America, all that jazz. Gotta do the science, bro. Gotta do the science. The Pillow, one of the best drivers in IndyCar, rated here. No people are gassing up here, so because he's American, but yeah, whatever. Gotta do the science, bro. But yeah, that's your worst nightmare, bro. Hold that.
Honestly, just it's not even oh yeah, I don't think he's good enough to be an F1. It's fine, whatever. But I want the best. Like, I want something new. We need new flavors, man. We can't just be having the same, the same, beans on toast every day, bro. Something different.
Okay, so you're saying new flavors, yeah? But what are the new flavors? Forget Lindblad. We know you like him. What are the other new flavors you want in F1, bro? Who is moving you, bro? Because we keep hearing in this boat, who is out there to replace these men, bro? You can't replace mid with mid, bro. That is not progressive of the planet.
No, you can replace mid with mid.
How?
Sometimes you need that new mid. Look here, for every wire, you need a power, bro.
Have you mean 48 laws of power?
No, not 48 laws of power. I mean the TV show Power, 50 cents thing.
I'm thinking you mean.
Wire,
Oh my god!
For every the wire, you need power. And I've never watched Power. I'm not gonna lie. That's low vibration.
Have you never watched Power?
No.
Damn, you're missing out, me.
Bro, I went through a stage of watching too much premium TV to watch mid. It put me off.
Nah, Power's the show, man. Don't listen to this stuff, bro. Don't listen to this stuff.
No, but
and the spin-offs are hard as well. But yeah, moving on.
What
you saying? Yeah.
No, but it's like I could put it like we can stop an IndyCar driver in there. As for the other driver, I don't know, man. Just someone like. All
right, let me ask you this then. What drivers do you rate that aren't in F1 that you wouldn't mind seeing in F1? Forget Cadillac, just in general.
Be on
the spot, brother.
No. You can bring back that Felipe Nasser, the guy that used to drive for Sauber. He did all right. Obviously, there's my son Victor Martins, but that's a long shot of all.
You're gonna have to let that go, brother. You're gonna have to. I know he's a francophone. You got your biases, brother. It's over, man.
It's never biases.
Pull the plug, man.
He is peak entertainment, man. That's just entertainment. The Victor Martins experience is just pure entertainment.
Right.
I'm trying to think. Even like a Porsche would do,
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
I'm not saying Joe. I'm not doing that. Do I have one more Mick Schumacher run in me?
Don't kill me, man. Man will not let this die.
Hey, if he comes back, that is my biggest victory in the history of Pitstop Fracas.
Oh my god. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Maybe you don't need a 12 team.
Bro, I'll be running around like you have to arrest me. I promise.
Oh my god. But yeah, man, I want to see a few. I want to see some IndyCar drivers. I want to see Will Power, Scott McLaughlin, Alex Palou, Pato Ward.
Yeah, that's the one.
Scott Dixon. I feel like there's someone else. There's usually 5 that are quite race. I think that's it. Yeah, Will Power, Scott Dixon, Scott McLaughlin. Yeah, them 5. Yeah.
No.
Hey, I don't care.
You can't have Scott McLaughlin. Is it Scott McLaughlin and McLaughlin on the same grid? Because it should be 2 men just ghosting forward, and we won't know how. It's like 1 person ghosting forward is enough. Having 2 of them do it is crazy.
Listen, you can't go. Sometimes you need to pull up a man. Be like, listen, you can't go ghost for ghost with me, brother. You ain't James St. Patrick. Talk to these man, bro. Sometimes you gotta pull up on man, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, we're getting to that point. We're just talking nonsense.
Yeah. Let's wrap this up, man.
All right, let's wrap it up. Right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure to do the usual, like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. Follow us on the socials, on X, Insta, TikTok. I was going to say Snapchat, no, fuck no.
He meant blue sky.
Blue sky. Yeah. On the
I promise I'll
Pitstop Fracas.
post something on there, and
Yeah.
we will. I am actually posting reels on Instagram. Can you believe it? And a YouTube Shorts. Can you believe it?
Yes. Can you believe it? Yes. But yeah. So next time, probably see you for Japan, unless Chris wants to talk about, I don't know, Mick Schumacher's career or something, or French drivers in general. I don't know, maybe the top 10 list. And not controversially have Prost number one. I don't know. You probably have like Olivia Panis on top or something. I don't know. Some random shit like that. Nah.
Prost has to be number one.
Boo. Oh God, right. Okay. Until next time, guys. Peace.
Thanks.